Good morning. Happy Saturday. All right, let's see. We are going to do brows first. Share this to my VIP group. If you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know you're here. I'm going to zoom in. And if you're watching the replay, please put a number 2 in the comments. Actually, I think I need to sharpen this eyebrow liner just a little bit. All right, I haven't seen any comments yet, so please say hi or good morning or something when you hop on so I can see if comments are working today. All right, so for the brow, what I did here was I kept it straighter, more straight rather than doing a high arch so that I could have the tail of my brow go more out this way than curved down this way. So if you're over 40 like me and you want to do things to your face with your makeup that will help give you a more lifted look, doing your brow this way is going to be one of those tricks. So I'll show you on the other brow. So rather than coming up and then down and making it like an arch, I'm going to keep it more straight here. And then when we get to the tail, we just keep going out instead of down. Does that make sense? And then I'm just going to fill the brow in lightly. And then I'm going to comb through the brow. If you're hopping on, please say hi. I haven't seen any comments yet, so I'm not sure if comments are working today. Let me try swiping. Sometimes that will help. Hi, Miranda. How are you? Okay. So now that I have that done, I am going to put some concealer on my eyelids. And I'm going to let that kind of set for just a moment because I like for the texture of it to get a little bit tacky. And while I'm waiting for that to do that, I am going to put on some primer. So I've got the illuminating primer, which has a moisturizer built into it. So if you have dry skin like me, that's going to help you. I'm good, Miranda. I've got makeovers today, so I am getting ready for my day. I also used a little bit of our Blur primer, which is really good for oily skin, and the primers are going to help help your makeup last longer and make your pores appear smaller, so that you mainly want to do this in your T-zone, and it'll help fill in fine lines as well, so you can do it around your eyes, around your mouth, any areas that you want to smooth before you put your makeup on. I like to do my eye makeup first while I let my primer dry, and also that helps me not have to mess up any face makeup by doing my eyes first. So happy Saturday to everyone. I am getting ready. I'm going to do a couple of makeovers today that I'm super excited about. Anytime that I get to be creative and help women look and feel their best with makeup, that's always a great day to me. So just tapping that in. Of course, with your skincare and your makeup products, if you lightly tap the products into your skin, that's going to help you get the best benefit from the ingredients. If you're rubbing, a lot of times you're just going to be spreading it around. So you want to make sure that you are lightly pressing. You don't want to be pulling your skin, but you want to be tapping it into the skin. Our primer has vitamin E in it, so that's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I was looking for a different brush, but I'll use this one. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for hopping on. I'm gonna take some of this concealer that I've put on my eyes. You can use eyeshadow primer as well, but you do want to make sure you prime your eyelids before you put on your eye makeup, because it's going to, one, help your eyeshadow last all day, but it's also going to help the colors of your eyeshadow look more vibrant. It's a game changer. So whether you use eyeshadow primer or concealer, you definitely want to prime. Don't skip this step. I did a makeup lesson the other night, and my client was amazed at how great her eyes looked when we primed the lid, and how something so simple can make such a huge difference. So if priming your eyelid is something you're currently not doing in your makeup routine, I highly recommend you try it, and then you will see the difference. But what I do is I take and I go right under my brow. This is going to help carve that brow, make your brow pop, and then I go and lightly spread it out across the lid, and then I take my ring finger and just press it in. This is going to, the warmth from my finger is going to help warm that product up and melt it into the skin, because I am tapping it in like so. And then the last step to priming your eyelids is going to be setting it with a setting powder. So I'm going to take a setting powder, and I should have gathered some of my supplies here. All right, so you're gonna take your setting powder. This is what I'm using, the pharmacy setting powder. And we're just going to tap it in. And then you have your eyes ready for eyeshadow. Okay. All right, so next thing, what I'm going to do some ink liner today. I did learn a trick recently on the ink liner. I'm always trying new techniques with the ink liner because I do have a hooded eye. And I have this fold right here that makes it extremely difficult to achieve a good like wing eyeliner. But I recently learned a trick that I did try, and I liked it. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do it again today while on camera with you. So let's try it. All right, so basically what you're wanting to do is take your eye basically in the middle and go all the way across and come out on the other end where it's in the middle. I'm going to zoom in a little bit to do this because I need to be a little bit more precise. So there are folds right here that I'm going to have to go over. So coming out, straight out the middle, right here. And keep your face relaxed while you do this. Don't raise your eyebrow, don't pull your skin taut or anything like that, because you do want to be able to see how it's going to look when you have your eyes open. All right, so now I'm going to go back and fill that in. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for hopping on. How are you today? All right. I am good. Thanks for asking. So I'm basically just laying the ink liner down on basically the lash line. This one didn't turn out quite as good as it did last night when I tried it. I'm going to clean it up just a little bit. There we go. I wanted it to go out further, and then I want to bring this down just a little bit. So sometimes you do have to clean it up. I'm going to put just a teeny tiny dot of micellar cleansing water. A teeny tiny dot. So that I can get this right here more smooth. There. So mainly when you keep your eye open and do this, you're able to see how it's going to look with your eye open. Okay, so let's try the other side. So we come all the way across straight, and then just go right over that fold. And then keep looking straight. It's harder to do this one and hold the the eyeliner. Just keep your eye relaxed while you do that so that you can see where to go back. All right, so now I'm going to go back and fill it in. And I'm just going to lay this pencil down on the lash line and just kind of stamp it. And I did this first because if I messed up, I'm able to fix it without really like affecting my eyeshadow. We can do the eyeshadow around it. All right, so that one didn't turn out quite as good as the other side. So let's try. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to keep going and mess it up even more. Sometimes I try to get them exactly even and then I mess up. So we're gonna keep it like that. We'll do our eyeshadow and we can come back to that if we need to. Okay. Yeah, getting them even or semi-even is really hard. So try, and it takes practice, try doing like I did where you start on the inner corner, go all the way across and come out exactly. Actually, if I can try that maybe one more time. Hopefully I don't mess up. Doop. Don't poke yourself in the eye like I almost just did. So this is the best trick I have found so far, because in the past with me having hooded eyes, I always try to make the wing go up too much, but coming straight out across your eye, that's going to help elongate your eye, and just doing it on the outer corner is going to help keep your eye open too. So especially if you, once we put mascara on or if you use false lashes, it's going to take away some of that line. So it will look better as we do our eyeshadow. So I'm going to use the Glam Up palette today from Pharmacy. Hi Dre, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. This is the Glam Up palette, and I'm going to use this color called Warm Teddy. First I'm going to apply the buff color as a transition shade, and then I'll do the Warm Teddy. So I'm going to take a small flat brush, if I can find, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna take that buff color, which is just like a light brown. I'm using a small flat brush, and with my eyes open and relaxed, I'm going to place the eyeshadow right here so that I can know how high up I need it to go, right? Because you want to be able, especially if you have hooded eyes, you want to be able to see the eyeshadow. So I'm making a line so I know how far up to go. And then I'm going to take a fluffier, more like an eyeshadow blending brush and blend that out. That was basically like a place marker. I'm going to put a little bit more of that buff color on this actual brush. And just blend it out across the lid. This is basically our transition shade, but with mature eyes, hooded eyes, instead of doing the way we used to do our transition shade, was we would do a windshield wiper motion across our lid like this. But again, keeping your eyes more lifted, what you want to do is actually bring that shadow out at an angle over here on the side of your eye. Just keep blending. And that helps your eye look more lifted, right? And not droopy. Okay, so the eyeshadow color I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna go back to my flat brush using that Warm Teddy, and we're gonna go right there again, and then I'm gonna close my eye, and I'm just gonna tap the eyeshadow on the rest of the lid. Mainly in the middle. I'm not too concerned about the inner corner right now. Hi Rhonda, are you watching from England? So close your lid and then fill it in with the color that you want to use. And then we're going to blend again. And as we blend, I'm gonna bring it out the side, just like we did with the wing. And you could stop there if you wanted to. That would be nice eyeshadow, or a nice eyeshadow look. But I'm gonna add a shimmer on the inner corner. And by the way, you could always do this wing look too with eyeshadow. If you wanted to use black eyeshadow, you could also do that. I'm gonna place some in this outer corner. I'll do the same thing on the other eye. You can always take your brush, clean it off so you don't have any product on it, and then just blend it out a little bit more. So you can soften the look if you don't want it to be too bold. Okay, so I have a little bit of eyeshadow that's past my eyes, so I'm just going to clean that up real quick. I'm going to do some of my eyeshadow underneath. So I just want to clean that up over there. Okay, so while I have this brush, or actually I'm going to use a smaller brush, and I'm going to start off with that buff color that I used, and we're going to go under with that buff color. That was our transition shade. Boy, everybody is quiet today. Nobody is talking to me. I guess I need to start asking some questions. What is everybody doing today? I'm gonna be working. I'm doing makeup today, so I'm super excited. I always love to get to do that. Okay, then I'm taking the Warm Teddy, which was this other color, and we're gonna go underneath. And then you could also do some black right there in that outer corner. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm gonna spray my brush with some setting spray first, because I don't want the black to go anywhere. I just want to apply it right here. Kathy says we're learning, and I'm just gonna kind of stamp this black right here on this outer corner. I don't want to bring that black down too much. Yep, ask, waiting to hear from my son. Your grand is sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so over sickness and stuff. I'm so glad that I'm over all the COVID stuff and everything. Having to, you know, isolate and quarantine and not go anywhere for several days. It's like, oh, now I can finally get out and do things and go places, and I'm excited about that. Just using a Q-tip to kind of smudge this, and it also helps clean up any excess eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my face. I'm gonna use the Pharmacy VFX Cool 06 is the color. The VFX foundation is amazing. It is skincare infused, and it is full coverage but super lightweight, and I just love it. You guys know I love my VFX. So I did 3 pumps. It's also buildable, so if you get it on and you feel like you need more, you can always go back and build the coverage. I like to start in the middle of the face and work my way out towards the hairline, because the sun does the most amount of damage to the middle of your face, right? So you don't need as much product back here as you do here. So also make sure that you stop about right here with your foundation if you're going to be doing concealer, because you don't want to cake on too many products right there under your eye where it's going to look cakey. Okay. And I'm just, again, tapping the foundation into my skin with the Beauty Blender that's damp. Make sure you are using a damp Beauty Blender. Your oldest son has your dog at the vet, having x-rays done right now. Oh, your doggy isn't doing good. I'm sorry. I know when our fur babies are not feeling good, it takes a toll on the family for sure. We have had our fair share of that with as many dogs as we used to have. We used to have 3 dogs, and let me tell you, when you have 3, when the dogs outnumber the humans in the house, it's like such a big difference. You don't think, we thought going from 2 dogs to 3 dogs, we're like, oh, how much of a difference can that really be? Oh my goodness, having a 3rd dog was a huge change. And once one of them passed away, we were like, no, we're gonna stay with 2 dogs. But yeah, when they outnumber you, it just gets crazy. Not to mention how expensive it is. All right, just dragging that color down onto my neck. And the rest of the product I have on the back of my hand, I'm going to go ahead and do my forehead. Bring some more down onto my neck here. Don't forget about the neck. You want that color to blend so that you don't have a makeup line. The other good thing about the damp beauty blender is that once you have blended out your foundation, bouncing it off your face is also going to help pick up any extra excess product. Okay, so 3 pumps did that for me. If you like, you know, less coverage, then you don't have to use it that much. That's just what I prefer. Everybody's different. Okay, so next up is going to be concealer. I'm going to just use a light concealer today, and I'm only going to do 1 dot here, 1 dot here. Now, if you have hollows in your face, you can use the concealer to pull those out if you want to. You can just do like a little dot. So again, I do like to let my concealer set for a minute and let it get a little bit tacky. Also, our concealer is a plumping formula, so you do want to let it do its plumping thing. And I'm gonna clean off my eyeshadow brush so it doesn't have anything on it, and I'm just going to go back here and just blend this out again. Oh, I never did put that shimmer on the inner corner, did I? My bad. I'm just gonna take my finger and pop some shimmer on the inner corner. I meant to do that, I totally forgot. I wasn't going for a fall kind of pumpkin spice look today, but this is kind of like what it's turned out to be, if you think about it, these colors. Just blend that out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do my brow mascara real quick. And then we will blend out the concealer, and we'll do some contour, highlight, blush, and then we'll be close, we'll be almost done. All right, I'm gonna use my concealer brush to just tap this out. Do you see how that 1 dot, little bit goes a long way? You don't need a whole lot of product. Right here, we're gonna come over to the side and we're gonna bring it right up. This is gonna help give our eye makeup a nice sharp edge, but it's also going to help lift our eyes. I'm going to take my ring finger and just press it in. You can also take your beauty blender and pick up any excess product. Wow, just those 2 dots gave me so much product. The new concealers are in a jumbo applicator. So honestly, a little bit does go a long way. Just stippling it in. And go ahead and do these dots. Blend this the rest of the way in. I want to get that nice and melted in. Pick up any extra product. And I'll go and do these other ones real quick. All right, so now we're gonna set it. You wanna set the concealer. Again, I'm gonna use the Pharmacy Setting Powder, which is a very fine powder, so it's not gonna settle in your fine lines. And you just want to tap it on. And that's gonna set the concealer under the eye and not get cakey and creasy. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some contour. I like to use the Pharmacy bronzing powder in Santorini. Just need to find that real quick. Here it is. All right, so I've got my bronzing powder, and I'll take a brush. We're going to come over to the side of the ear, bring it down towards the mouth, but you want to stop at the end of your eyebrow. I like to just get the product on first, and then I'll go back and blend it. I'm going to warm up the forehead. I like to basically dust it right into the hairline so that you don't have like an obvious line of where the makeup starts and stops. So again, I'm kind of tapping it in, helping that powder to fall loose from the bristles of the brush, and deposit it right into that hairline. And then we're going to connect the bronzer from the forehead to the cheek. I haven't gone back in and dipped in any other product. I'm just using what's already there. I'm going to put just a little bit under the chin and go under the jawline. Give a little shadow, create a shadow under there. give us more of a snatched jawline situation. All right, let's do some nose contour. A little bit goes a long way, I'm telling you. Like, you want to keep tapping it off until you think that you don't have any product left. And then I sometimes blow on it just to make sure. I'm just blending this out. However you want your nose to look, like as thin as you want it to look, you're gonna put your lines closer together. I will go back with some powder to lighten the middle in just a moment. Let me clean off my, actually instead of cleaning off my brush, I'm just gonna use a brush that doesn't have anything on it. And you just go back and kind of blend this bronzer out. And this handle broke on this brush, but I really like this brush, so I'm still gonna use it even though it's broken. All right, so now I'm gonna take my BB powder and I'm gonna take my powder puff and we're gonna cut the contour like so. I'm gonna put just a little bit in the middle, and then we'll do the forehead and a little bit on the cheeks. Then I'm gonna go out and blend again. Doing circular motions to blend. Hey Rhonda Tidwell, thanks for hopping on. How are you today? Good, I'm glad you're doing good. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit more of that powder and bring it up on the nose here. And then we're gonna do some blush. I'm gonna use my favorite new blush. It is called Cool Queen. And it's a great neutral blush color. Let me find it real quick. If you're in my VIP group, I was showing you guys the new blush colors this morning and asking what everybody liked the best. This is my favorite. It's called Cool Queen. It kind of reminds me of the Rose Jam blush that we used to have. That was my favorite. Since we no longer have that one, This one's my new fave. So it's called Cool Queen. And we're gonna go right above the contour on the side of the face here. And you can start doing your circles before you even get to your face to help blend that out. So you're not distributing, you're not putting a whole bunch of product in one area. In fact, I'm gonna clean off my brush and then do it with a clean brush. A great neutral blush. And then I'm going to take a, this is Pharmacy's new highlighter brush. And I'm going to use the 3-in-1 palette. This is our new 3-in-1 palette. I use the highlighter. And then we're just going to go right over top of the blush. Look how pretty that is. Just to give it a little glow. Put some on the nose. Here's a tip: if you have really small upper lips, you can take your highlight, do a pout face with your lips, and then dust the top of the Cupid's bow with your highlight. And that's gonna help your top lip look a little bigger, more full. Okay, so I'm gonna just take a neutral lip liner, and what I do is pull my lips in and line them. This is a good way to overline your lips without overlining them too much. Also, I'm going to kind of round the liner. Instead of doing it at a point, because when you round it, it's going to help your lips look more full. So yeah, just a little bit of a curve right there, rather than completely doing the point. Can you see the difference that makes? By rounding it up and then curving the lip liner, it makes your lips look more full and plump. Can you see that? Okay, so today for lipstick, I'm doing a lot of neutrals. So I think I will do either I was thinking maybe Cool Beige. Let's try Cool Beige. I have not tried the new Cool Beige. So we will do that. So Cool Beige, in my opinion, has always been this color that you can change the tone of it to be more pink or more brown versus the lip liner that you use with it. Right now it's looking really pink, so I am going to grab a browner. Let's see if I have my chocolate lip liner in here. I think I do. All right, so let's try this. All right, and then I'm gonna take the end of the lip liner and smudge it. Okay, so it's cool beige. You could leave it like that, but I think I'm going to add Lover Lip Plumper on top of it. This is what Lover Lip Plumper looks like. And there you go. So we have a nice full neutral semi-shiny lip. The lip plumpers are gonna give you like a gloss look. But we also have our Ultimate Shine lip glosses, which contain sparkle and shimmer, and that will really make your lips really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really shine. All right, so let's use some mascara and we'll be done. I'm going to use some lash primer. And I'm going to use good old Zen mascara. It's Pharmacy's least expensive mascara. It's only $11.90, and it is a lash extension primer. Mascara. But if you want volume and length, we do have other mascaras that you can choose from. We have the Double Lash Extend. It has like a double wand system within it tube. So it has one wand that gives you length, one wand that gives you volume. And then we have the new Full Blast, which I've been using a lot lately and has been getting lots of great reviews. It does lengthening and volume and curl all in one. That's the Zen mascara with the lash primer. I like to go right at the lash line and then zigzag it back and forth and then pull up. Another trick for over 40, helping your eyes to look more, you know, open and wide, is that you can always take your mascara wand at a 90-degree angle. This also helps to unclump lashes, but it also helps pull your lashes up more out of your eyes and opens them up more. Okay, so we are finished. The only other thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of shimmer to my inner corner of the eye, just to give a little bit of a brightness in that tear duct area right there. And I also like to put this right under the brow. Okay, so there's my finished look for today. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.